So I actually, after my A-levels, decided that I didn't want to go to university, and I actually wanted to get my foot in the door with a business and learn some real business skills. That happened to be Fotolec, which I started off as an order inputter. So I would say I was exposed to the industry in very small bursts initially. I was more sort of admin and order processing, and as the years went on, I developed a real passion for the sense of community, that, I wasn't just thinking about the products we were producing, but what industry are they serving, and how does it help? What problems do they face day to day that are actually solved by the innovations that we create? And so that led me to really look into the pest control industry as a whole, and realise that actually it's a really strong sense of community. There's a lot of networking events, there's a lot of continuous professional development, and I realised that I actually am really passionate about that sense of community and everyone helping everyone. Competitors are helping each other. It's not a really cutthroat industry, and it kind of started from there, really. Absolutely, and lots of friendly faces. Everyone knows everyone. Everyone comes together at events, like the one that we're at today, and yeah, it's good. Yeah, and I think it's one you don't immediately think of. When you're at school and they say, what do you want to do when you're older? You're not going to say, oh, I want to service, the pest control industry, or I want to work as a pest control technician. But actually, it's such an important industry and is ingrained through almost every business. There's some form of pest control needed, and it's just almost overlooked, but so important to all of us. So I think the best thing about the industry is that it's constantly changing, and by that I mean there's constantly fresh faces. You're speaking to new people every day. You're faced with a new problem every day, which can be really rewarding if you don't want to get stuck in the daily grind of it's always the same. Another thing that I would say to people who are considering pest control is that changing technology means you've always got something new to learn. There's always a new procedure or process that you can learn or follow, and there's always new kind of innovations that make your job easier. There might be new things that make your job a little bit harder, like changing regulations, but overall I would say it's a really interesting mixed bag, and that no 2 days were ever going to be the same. You can see, and the industry is really going digital, and so anyone who's got a keen interest in changing digital technology, there's loads to learn here, and there's probably even new ideas to be brought forward to the industry, which perhaps we're not fully utilising things like AI and digital software, but there's room to develop that. So absolutely, I think it's misconceptions, and I think that stems from whilst both genders are totally equal, it's usually the man of the house that removes the creepy crawlies, and so I think it's ingrained in us that it's very much a man's job, but actually it's a job that requires a lot of thinking on your feet, a lot of creativity, a lot of looking at a problem and having some critical thinking and applying the measures that you think are going to deliver a solution, and those are all skills that both men and women alike share. And so I think definitely it's a misconception that it's a bit of a not so glamorous job, but actually I do think it's what you make it.